See, you know, you haven't been here for time. I'm just
I
doing what I
know,
did last
I
time.
know.
Why you bullying me?
So cute. So cute.
Alright.
Muscle memory. I hear you, sorry.
Muscle memory. It's fake muscle memory because I can't remember.
Okay. Well, we are back in the building.
We're back.
We are back with the SunDivas who have joined us. Some lovely conversations, some insight into soca, especially in the UK.
Yes. UK soca is popping. It's popping.
I mean, it could pop a little bit more.
Absolutely.
100.
Do we really think is Carnival going ahead? Because I saw some tweets. They were saying that
They're planning as usual.
Yeah.
It's a
planning
massive
as
event. How
usual.
many thousands of people? I don't know.
Millions.
Thousands. Millions.
Girl,
It's the biggest
it's like
street
like,
festival in Europe.
like 10 times the amount of people that go to Glastonbury or some
Yeah.
madness. Like
Is it
it's
really?
like it's at
Yeah.
least double the amount of people
Do you know
that
what?
go
I'm
to Glastonbury.
always too fast. I don't even know.
Listen, everyone knows how fast I get.
That's true. That's true.
Is it?
We all,
This,
yeah.
I remember
There's receipts.
one. We must have went carnival one time. These guys didn't see me for like a week or 2.
Wow. After Carnival,
Yeah.
you literally go missing for a week.
Listen, shit happens, man.
That is crazy.
Boy, oh boy.
Do you know what? The last carnival that we had, I was lit. I was in such a nice way. I was lit, like I was fast, but still to a point where I can still function and whatever.
Yeah.
I remember my waist hurt so much. My waist was in bits. But then towards the end, I was drinking rum punch. I think someone gave me some rum punch. No, sorrel. And towards the end, when it was done, I was licked.
Oh, God.
I was licked.
The worst.
Like it hit me right at the end.
It's the
Like
worst.
right at the end.
Yeah, I can't.
Carnival's a whole vibe,
It's a
man.
vibe.
Without
It is,
Carnival,
it
I
is.
feel like my year didn't end. Do you get
Yeah,
me?
like Carnival's at the end of the year for me.
Yeah, me too.
My years run like school
Yeah,
years.
mine-
like,
yeah.
Carnival ends it and then back to
September.
School, September.
That's it. We go again.
We start planning
I
on
used to do
pumping.
costume as a kid as well. When it was still
Oh.
like safe and
Yeah.
yeah. Cause what day is for kids?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
I've never been on a Sunday, you know. Apparently
What?
that's a lit day.
Sunday's
Never.
better than
Chocolate,
Monday sometimes.
that's
Yeah,
pain,
Sunday's
that's-
lit.
Yeah.
It depends who you go
Everything
with.
depends on who you go
Yeah.
with,
I
yeah.
can imagine.
But
But on
normally
Sundays,
lit.
dirty mask.
Yes.
That's when they
I get
do
messy,
chocolate,
everything.
powder,
Yes.
paints.
Paints, everything.
It's like Juve, but we
Literally.
still have a Juve, but it's just like on a smaller scale. So people do go Juve, but not everyone knows that Juve happens.
I want to go to Juve one. Well,
do
when it
people
happens.
not know?
No, some people don't know because it happens like Sunday morning at like 4 a.m.
That's the thing. 'Cause
Eh?
People don't like to wake up early for
You have
carnival.
to
People
go Juve.
at, like,
You have to go like 4 a.m.
You have to wake
Four- it's
up
like 4
when
till
everyone's in
6
bed.
or some madness, or
Mad
6
thing.
till 8.
People don't like
It's
to.
mad
Wait.
early.
PM.
A
No,
AM.
AM in the morning.
So you wake up at.
You wake up when you should be going to bed.
You don't go to
Basically-
sleep
basically,
on
the
Saturday
lit-
night.
the
You
litness
start
really
from
takes place.
Saturday.
The
We
litness
do
really takes place
panorama.
on Saturday,
We do
Saturday
panorama
night.
on Saturday, which is the still pan competition.
Yeah.
And then after panorama, you go to like Ebony. Ebony's a still band.
Yeah,
You go
in
to
West.
their the after party.
Yeah.
Their after party might finish 2-3. Then you got a few hours to just sleep in your car, or if you've got a place to sleep in West
Yeah.
London,
You go there.
You go there to your hotel or to your friend's house.
That's
You
it.
stay there for like 1-2 hour, refresh, put on all of your clothes that you don't mind getting dirty,
Yeah.
go to Juve at like 5:30 a.m.
It's because
Then you
people
get
only go like
dirty.
10
Yeah.
a.m., 11 a.m.,
By 10
12
a.m.
p.m.
yeah, you go home, wash,
And then you come
start
back.
again, and then you go back for like 1 o'clock.
And
So
no-
there's no sleep.
So no one told me
No
about
sleep.
this.
You
You
didn't
know Carnival
No.
is a no sleep thing.
It's
Nah, I
for
didn't know.
real.
I didn't know about this.
Wait,
4
you
a.m.
really are gonna get the experience of
right?
your life when it starts.
gonna be
back
shocked.
because
But you have to find people that will actually be
Do
on
the
it,
pump.
like people that will build up their stamina. You know,
The
leading
surge.
up
There's no,
to
you
it.
don't have to look. They're here. Like there's a whole soca scene of people that do this.
You can
And
Yeah,
the
but
pe-
some people don't know each other,
They
but
do-
they kind of just roll up.
you just roll.
Even in Juve, yeah, you can just turn up on the street, no friends.
Yeah.
And then everyone will just start
Vibe with
talking
it,
and
yeah.
vibe.
Yeah, that's lit. I'm here for this.
It's
boy.
so
Yeah,
good.
man. And if you're not into pan, there's always some sort of fete, some sort of party on the Saturday night with like artists. That's like the biggest night for like all the big parties where you might get a lot of the international artists coming in to perform, and some UK ones as well. So
Yeah.
That's why I always tell people like they say like, oh yeah, like I enjoyed Can't. No, you haven't.
You haven't even
You
done.
haven't.
You just did Sunday and Monday.
Yeah, exactly. And you just got lit like you would do at the club or at
Yeah.
an event. Like you haven't enjoyed yet. Like
I'm stretching.
I
No,
cannot
no.
believe you haven't, and
No,
I saw how you were
no.
getting on at Soca Sunday.
Listen,
So if you ain't been Juve, wow,
Listen.
you're in for a
You
treat.
definitely-
You're in
Enjoy
for
it.
a treat.
you'll definitely enjoy
I
it.
can't wait.
You
Can't wait.
cannot, boy.
Jeez.
Cool. So tell us more about the music. Like obviously we talked about how you got into music and you being a duo and the competition. What came after the competition? How did you feel about producing music? How did you bang your heads together to come up with ideas? How did you put it into production? Who helped you, etc.? How did you build up the team?
Yeah, we went through different phases. So initially we were working with Soca Child 360, shout him out every time. Like every song that we had was produced by Soca Child. So we had our phase where we was literally working at Rhythm Up Studios, just getting all of our music done. We typically work from rhythms, so someone will give us a rhythm and then we'll vibe it at home, have a little party. Generally,
Literally.
most of our songs are made from a party that we had. We'll just blaze
By
the
ourselves.
rhythm and then just have a party and just be screaming lyrics at each other, and then or then we'll have moments where I don't know what to sing for this bit, and then we type notes, get documents up, and then just write the song, and then we'll go studio and record it. And then as our career progressed, people were like, you got to start working with different producers, work with producers from the islands. So we
Okay.
started, because our producer, even though he's Monstration, he's based in the UK, so we started working with producers from the islands, some from St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Barbados, basically all of our islands. And then we also worked with a few more UK producers like SD Production and Silver.
Silver, yeah.
And then the international ones have been like Friction, Parry, who did Private Six, and Andy Blood. Andy Blood is the person who sings
Ransom.
Come to Fix the Sink, boy.
You know,
the water running.
da-da-da, boy, da-da-da, boy, da-da-da, boy.
Yeah, so he's the guy who
Why the
made that
water
song.
running?
Yeah,
Big
so
him
we've
up.
worked with a few, and Ransom, like Nad said, yeah. So then we started to work with producers outside of the UK,
Yeah.
and then now we've kind of come back into the UK, but they're not really soca producers, so that we can bring our soca sound onto different types
Different
of
beats.
rhythm.
Yeah.
That's the phase that we're at now. We're still doing our soca stuff. We've got our dedicated soca producers that we work with, and yeah, maybe Nads might want to talk about the new stuff that we're working on.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, I think I told you that we want to explore all of our sounds. So it's great that we do soca. We're gonna keep doing it, but now we're just trying to produce more music at a quicker rate, I guess.
Sorry to interrupt, but
Yeah.
have you found your sound? Because you have the genre on lock, but have you secured that sound? That's
Such a good question.
you?
I feel like our sound is whatever we ride, like it's our sound is like a bit of soca with a bit of like I feel like when people hear our songs after you've heard about 3 or 4, so like when we do our EP launch, like you'll get to the end of the EP and you'll say like there was a sound, I get it, do you get me?
Okay.
But I feel like you have to hear a good few songs to say
The
they've
reason
got a
why it's
sound.
hard to say they've got a sound is because all of the rhythms that we ride are so different.
Definitely.
So like some
That's
have a
unique,
poppy
though.
vibe, some have a garage vibe, some have a grime vibe, some have a strictly authentic soca vibe,
Yeah.
some have a groovy vibe, some have a singy,
Some are
some
more
were
Bayesian,
rappy,
some
some
are
are more-
Lucian,
yeah,
some
like we change up the accent
Yeah.
a
some
little
are
bit.
Trini,
Yeah,
it's
so
mad.
yeah.
I feel like you can get away with it because I feel like soca is it can be so different.
It's
and I
true.
feel like it's not like grime or drill or like rap or whatever. Like it's got the space to actually be different and it's still okay. It's still
Yeah,
like
100%. Yeah.
Whereas drill and R&B, I mean, you see the memes and stuff like that, but it doesn't work. Like there's not as much space. Whereas with soca, you can experiment. You can do different things.
Yeah, I agree. But there's still people who would love us to do one sound. Like, so there's people who love when we do the more singy songs and they want us to just do singy songs and like the sexy kind of singy songs. And then people that love when we mix it up with like the UK rapping and stuff. And they're like, nah, that sound there, that's
is
unique.
it. That is
like, that is the one. Like, they want us to do the rapping kind of half Caribbean, half rapping, half soca, half UK vibe. They love that. We get mixed reviews, so it's
we
really,
get mixed reviews. So
so
I
we
feel like we
haven't
just need to
chosen.
keep
We're
pushing
still
out.
doing the different
Okay.
stuff. Yeah.
And there's go ahead.
So when you make music, do you cater more to yourself and how you feel, and more?
And we let the
That's what
we let
I
the
was
music
gonna say.
we let the music speak
you
to
just-
us. So
That's
when
what
we
I
get the
was
gonna
rhythm,
say. To do it, to
we
be
get the
fair.
rhythm. If the rhythm's telling me this is a bracket tune for girls to bracket, that's the vibe I'm going down. If it tells me this is a love song, then we're probably gonna be singing and.
For me, it's not even about that. Like,
For me, it is.
It's similar,
Yeah.
but just like when we made Them Corrupt, like I was really just, I went in the mood that day, and someone really that bothered me, and I'm just like Them Corrupt, the 2 foot bruck, they sit on the like I was going mad, and it just so happened that I explained to the producers like how I was feeling that day. They may have fed off that vibe because when they made the beat,
but that's the first time we did it. Like
not
in
really.
that
This
manner.
love is the same thing.
That's
So
true.
some
so
of our
the
songs come
sessions
from
where we go to the studio and the producers produce on the fly based on like a conversation we've had.
yeah.
That's when it comes more from the vibe.
How
that
we're feeling, yeah.
Mm.
We've
But,
done it a couple
yeah,
times.
a couple times.
Both
we've
the
done
songs
that.
are unreleased. That's why,
Yeah.
we ain't really.
I've always wanted to know from musicians, like when musicians make bangers, how do you know it's a banger? Like, what feeling do you get? Like, I want to know the whole process. Cause, for example, who's that guy that sang Purple Rain? Did he know that was going to be a
Prince.
yeah
Prince.
Prince? Did he know that was going to be a banger? Listen,
A mad
listen,
whole
allow me.
legend, you know.
Allow me. Like when Michael Jackson made Smooth Criminal, how did he feel? Like them sort of things. How do you
I'm
know when
sorry,
it's a banger?
But I mean, I guess it's.
How do you
I
know?
guess it's difficult.
It's
because
different
obviously
for us because the
UK
genre
soca-
is underground still.
And like the UK soca scene is not, the visibility is not there. So maybe they could be producing bangers, but it's like people are not recognizing it because there's no spotlight on it. There's
Yeah.
no, do you know what I mean? The attention is not on it. That doesn't mean they're not producing bangers. But
That's exactly what
Yeah.
I was gonna say. Like most of the artists that you mentioned, they were discovered during a time where the whole world realized that black people have it. They've got it for music. So they're finding out all this new black talent, especially in the States. Like it was a thing.
Yeah.
Like they were grabbing talent for everywhere, and I know the UK has kind of followed. Like the labels are like, there is it's like black music is it. But during that time, I feel like they were pushing huge amounts of money into the promotion of these artists. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So whether it was a hit or not, like, can we? I'm not trying to discredit some of those hits because Smooth Criminal. If I was in
We're
studio,
obsessed
I would have
with
been like,
Michael
that's a
Michael
whole
would've
hit. But like things like not every Prince song is my thing. Do you get me? And I believe
it's
that.
subjective at the end of the day.
Yeah, and like with promotion, I believe that you can push absolutely anything. Like there's songs that I've hated that I sing because.
Yeah.
I turn on the radio,
keeps
it's playing.
it.
I go on my TV, it's playing. I go in a shop, I'm buying my shopping. It's the soundtrack. When I'm enjoying when I'm looking at myself in the outfit,
Your
figuring
body
that-
is moving.
right,
you're
and then
not
that's what I'm
even
hearing. Do you get me? So like, there's ways that labels and like the funds, like when those machines are pushing money into certain songs, there's only one outcome. You know that.
Yeah.
There's no, they wouldn't put the money if that formula didn't work, they wouldn't be
So do you think-
still using it.
So do you think the music industry, in saying that, do you think that the music industry is, I wouldn't say fake, but if you haven't got money, then it's harder, let's put it like that.
100%, and you can see this in terms of like the rise of social media.
Yeah.
So once you've already got money, so like initially brands weren't obsessed with IG, like they weren't on Instagram like that, they
Yeah.
weren't on Facebook like that. But as soon as like the average girl like started becoming an influencer and they saw that platform's actually doing things and this is a possible marketing strategy for me, all of the brands started pumping money in, and then they have more followers than the everyday person, and it's literally because they got the money to do the marketing and to do the ads and have the Google stuff and all of those whatever the correct terminology is. But yeah, they have money to then get to buy influence essentially. So yeah, like money is power, and it has a huge impact on influence. However, you still can't
On the
trick
flip
people.
side.
Like there are probably projects where a label have thought, this song's gonna be it. They
And it
can't
isn't.
spare money, and the general public were like, nah, we're
And
not
they've
having
done
it.
the whole
We're
marketing
not having it.
campaign. It's actually decent, but it's like
Yeah,
the,
we're just
the music you're putting.
we're not here for it.
Yeah, on the odd occasion, I know that's happen, and like I've been working with labels like as a hairstylist because that's what I do as well. You have to hustle in this life.
Okay.
Yeah, and like they put money in and they invest in certain artists based on what they think the world want to see, and the world ain't eating it. Do you know what I mean? But
so let me ask you a question based on that. Do you put out music for the people? Like, obviously you're doing your thing, you're bringing visibility to soca, and you're breaking out in the UK, internationally. So, for example, like you said, like there are some of your fan base that prefer a different kind of sound, different kind of beat, kind of feel, and then there's others who prefer something opposite. Does that influence the music that you put out? Because you make music based off how you feel sometimes, or if someone makes a rhythm for you and you ride it. So what, like, do you care?
I feel
Does
like
it
we've
influence
gone
you?
through different phases. Like at the beginning, I feel like we were like really super passionate about soca, and we'd write all of our songs really deep and always hide soca meanings in there. Like it'll be a love song, but really it's a love song about soca. And like we used to be so deep about like our writing, and it used to be so heavily focused on making soca music a thing, and like our passion for soca. And then we realized like, when people party, yeah, they love soca, but they don't really care about this. They just want to have a good time, forget their stresses, and
It's how it makes
have
them
a good
feel rather than what they're actually
Yeah, you don't want to hear the
Exactly.
depressing story about how soca's not mainstream yet. They just
No one
want to
cares.
go out and have a good time. So we was like, oh, okay, so we need to make songs that are like
So you're
more
adaptive.
more relevant. So we have adjusted our writing style to reflect what we even like, because we're
It's
like,
what we
would
like
I
too.
even like to
We're
hear
like,
that in a
yeah,
party?
Just about
I wouldn't even
people's-
want to.
I would never. We never make music that's solely for others, because if I was gonna do that, I probably would have.
Would not be doing soca.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first
Do
of all,
something more
in it,
popular.
That's
Wow.
because obviously like a lot of people in this game, like music artists that are like pop, and then they've like branched out and they've done like different kind of genres because they feel like, do you know what, this is trendy at the moment. For example, like Cardi B, she made like, is it up, is it stuck?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a TikTok song. Like people are making TikTok.
I didn't
songs
even
because
know
it's
it was a
trendy.
TikTok song.
But
yeah.
it's like it's similar in a sense where people are really trying to adapt to what the consumer wants.
100%.
But I feel like it's better if you're staying authentic to the kind of songs, because obviously I'm not gonna make a song that I wouldn't even vibe to in the club.
I
Like, it
hear
doesn't-
that.
You know
But
what
then
it is?
it's twofold with this.
I know.
because it's a bit. It's like called the music business for a reason, because it's you're here to make.
You have to be
You
smart.
gotta find the balance.
Yeah, I agree.
exactly.
But
The
you know what it is?
beauty
I feel
is the
like
balance.
I feel like it's easier when you're independent. You've got you've got sole control when
Yeah.
you're over the stuff you put out and how you put it out.
Yeah.
When you're signed to a label, it's more so. Let's say you make a couple million streams or whatever on your first single, whatnot, and you're signed.
They want to see that again.
They want to see
more.
that again,
Yeah,
so they
yeah,
want you
yeah.
to make that,
That
same
same
type of
vibe
song
again,
again.
yeah, because they're like, that's what people love from you. So we
Yeah.
do
Unless
that
you
again.
have real influence and power
Yeah.
that you can tell a label like,
Nah.
no, this is what I'm doing,
Yeah.
and you're just gonna have to deal
Like,
with it.
for
It's
example,
tough. That's how people get
I was
stuck.
reading Wretch's recent book that he brought out, his biography, and he made a song. The label said, "Yeah, make this song again," and he couldn't really say no because he was signed to them for like 3 albums. So he had to kind of work out a way to make it
Still him,
but
still cater.
cater to what the album or the label wants. So I feel like it's that struggle. Is it the right time for me to go the label, or should I just go independent? I feel like a lot of artists have that tug
That
of
tug
war.
of war, that battle. Tell us about the first song that you put out to the world.
Ever. Okay, so the first song we put out wasn't the first song we wrote,
No.
but it was the song that was best for the competition, because like we said, we were
Right.
entering that competition. And again, it was like, it was called
How
For
long
the
ago was this
Road.
competition? Because I
Nah,
keep
10
thinking in
years
my
ago.
head,
10
like,
years
young
ago.
kids.
Gee, shy.
Okay.
10 years old, that's
Like
alright.
10 years
10 years ago, and the
Right.
song was called For the Road,
Okay.
and it was literally about the
It was
road.
about being on the road in
Everything that
Carnival.
you love about the road.
Yeah, it was so lit. It
Yeah.
was fun.
It was a fun song to make. It was a fun song to perform. It was catchy. We made it like, you know, like you think about, oh, what's a catchy song? How do you make a catchy song? We really considered all of those elements when writing that song, and then we made it
Kinda
like
just
mad
You
catchy.
had all the ingredients
Yeah.
kind of came together.
I think it was a bit Disney though when I think back to it. You know when
Disney as in like PG or
Disney as in
More like
nursery
cat-
rhyme,
as in-
nursery rhyme, singing.
okay.
yeah,
okay,
as
okay.
in the singy element of it, and obviously we were like we were quite young and excited just about, for us, it was carnival. Like, carnival's a thing that we had been doing all our life before that. Even before partying, carnival was the main thing.
Yeah.
So that's why our song was just about, listen, carnival.
We love it.
And I just feel like I never heard a song from the UK celebrating carnival when we host the biggest street festival
In
led by the West Indian
community.
community. But I've never heard a song from someone here singing about it. That's madness to me. So to me, I was like, we got to fill this gap. That's mad.
Yeah.
And like,
what came after?
And then we released the song that we wrote first, which was Make Away.
Make Away, yeah.
And that was a groovy, that was
It
the
was a
love song
nice
to
groovy
Soca.
song.
But you wouldn't know it was because we were just pretending that it was.
No, that's not true. We actually say Make Away for Soca music in the song.
Oh, it's true, but
it was covered
Oh, we
by...
personified it with, as if Soca was
a
a
person.
person.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
what she got the terminology. She's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So how did dancing come into this? Do you know what? I actually have a friend who wants to know like how you get your waist to rotate. To groove like that. I'm not going to say any names. He might be in the building with us. But yeah, tell us more about that. How did you get into dancing? How did it play a role in your career?
We always danced. Like, our mum used to make us dance for our dinner. Like, our granny used to make us dance when her friends used to come
Every
round.
Saturday was like a party at our granny's house.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Had
mean?
to literally do the routine, the same routine.
Yeah, we used to make dance routines at our granny's house. Like, some kids used to play with toys, but we used to make dance.
Yeah,
And we danced into soca.
And then in primary school, there was this thing called the police disco. So there used to be this competition that the police would judge. And then we...
Wait, the police?
As in the actual police?
Yeah, the
police.
the Metropolitan
the police
Police.
disco.
What?
Everyone
It was called the
In
Hackney.
Hackney.
No wonder.
The police
makes
disco.
sense.
In the hood.
Police disco. Maybe it was a way to like
Bring
normalize
the
the
police
police
into
and the
the
community.
community.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
okay.
competition used to be real thing though. Like
Really?
yeah,
it was
you were
really
getting
good.
what
It was
you were getting
really-
all the other primary school in ends. Your primary school has to win. What?
Yeah.
Are you mad?
We used to take that serious.
Serious.
Like, we
Used
used
to
to
win
go
trophies.
and like
I
buy
believe you, I
outfits.
believe you.
We used to go
What?
Primark. Our parents used to buy us outfits. There was like rock and roll section. There was the.
There was a rock and roll, there was a jazz section, and
It was
then there was
amazing.
street dance. We used to
mad it up. It was
yeah,
mad.
our school would be
I
winning
believe
every
you,
year in a trot, and then you'd see the girls from the other school that you saw last year.
Yeah.
And they did like take me there, I wanna go there. It was
Yeah,
sick.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. That sounds lit.
it was
Yeah,
sick.
it was so
so
good.
we've always been dancing, and then after that in secondary school, is in a street dance group called Graffiti.
Big up
Okay.
graffiti.
And then in secondary school, she was teaching all her friends to whine,
Of
like
course.
all of them, all of the cultures.
The whole school.
She had the whole school whining.
Black, white, Asian, everyone. knew it.
Everyone
It's
was
a soca
whining,
thing.
and everyone was loving soca. Everywhere we went, we just told people about soca and made them fall in love with it. And then after school, we did like A-levels dance, A-level
Okay.
dance. We did GCSE dance. So dance kind of followed us throughout our
Right,
life.
yeah.
So the moment we had the competition, we were like, we have to have dancers, and then we just choreographed it, and then.
And I lived in America like just before that, so I went to school
no,
there.
that wasn't for the
Oh,
first
shoot.
competition.
Oh,
it was in
wasn't.
between the
Oh.
first and
Wait,
the second.
you
Oh,
just,
yeah.
just you?
yeah, she went to uni in America for a year.
How was that?
It was amazing. Like,
What's the soca scene like that out there?
it's bigger than the UK.
It's so
Yeah.
much big. Do you know,
Yeah.
and I learnt that through Clubhouse because a lot of the people that I met from the Caribbean who are
They
into
talk about soca in it.
are
Yeah.
American. They
Yeah.
talk
That's
about
mad, isn't it?
Yeah. That's
I
it.
didn't know that.
The Caribbean,
time.
they
The
just they go
Caribbean.
off for soca.
And all the
It's
time
mad.
they're always like, "Oh, you're from the UK," and I'm like, I mean, yeah. Don't you know? Like, haven't you spoken to like UK people who are into soca? They're like,
No.
crazy. I never ever knew it was like that before.
Yeah, it's
Never.
huge. They have a large Caribbean community, especially in Brooklyn, Florida,
Yeah.
Miami, ATL.
Crazy.
Yeah, there's certain hubs of
Yeah,
like huge,
Brooklyn's a huge hub. When I'm in Brooklyn, I feel like I'm on
the
an
West
island.
Indies. Yeah,
So-
literally.
So
Yeah.
how did that play a part into like your career? Like,
Because
you
she
being-
came back a whole new person. When she came back from America, boy, I don't know what they did to her, but she was like, listen, yeah. So that first competition, we came third. We had dances. It was all cute or whatever. But the next year, she had just come back from America. She was on the flag team. She was on
I
the
was on the step
she was on the
team.
step
I
team.
taught them.
So
yeah.
she taught us like
everything.
I
flag
taught them
routines,
stepping.
step routines. The next year we won the competition. Like we won, it's 2 competitions. You have a power song, which is the fast pace, and the groovy song, which is more the singing. We won both categories because she came back. She was not playing. She was like, "We're the shit." Like she was doing modeling in America, and she was like, "Yeah, they just
Serious.
tell you like when you're catwalking, you just gotta think, I'm the shit. I'm the shit."
No,
I'm the shit."
honestly, I carry it with me. Every girl that I see
That's
that ain't
good though.
confident, I tell them like,
Yeah.
you are the shit, but you are. Who can tell you're not once
She
you know
came
you
and
are?
told the whole team
Who?
that we were on the
It's
next level,
true.
boy. No one could chat
Exactly.
to us
No,
that
But
year.
you lot delivered.
Yeah,
so-
we did, and we won the
Energy.
double.
You know?
It was the energy. We need to bring that energy back. That energy was.
It was
I feel like it
out of
stayed
this
with
world.
us, but more diluted. When
Yeah.
she came, it was like fresh. That energy was. It was a new us, and then so that's how dancing played a part. And then because people loved our dancers, they tried to book our dancers. For like other artists would be
Oh.
like, "Can I book your dancers?"
Yeah.
That's
But I'm
mad.
like, "But I'm the choreographer."
So really,
And
She
then
had to
they-
work.
so
No,
I-
she
yeah.
had to work anyway because she had to.
And then they'll be like, "But I want you two to dance as well." We're like, "But you know we're artists, so how artists gonna back art?" It's just so weird.
and then
but
we
ended up
realized
doing it.
that there was like a huge gap. When I went to YouTube, I couldn't find any soca dance, but there was dancehall dance, and I love dancehall. I love the dances, and I saw how it brought people together. I'm not sure if Azonto was out yet,
I'm not sure.
but it was around them times where
It
it was
was
coming
actually.
up. Yeah, like
Afrobeats was
doing
starting to have like a
Yeah.
huge, like the dance
More of an
community.
impact.
Yeah, because I feel
Yeah.
like dance has like helped Afrobeats to blow. So
Mad.
we were sitting there looking like, okay, if dance is
Soca.
impacting Afrobeats, why can't it
can't
impact
dan- yeah.
soca?
And we were already dancers, so we used
just made
YouTube.
sense.
And if you type in soca dance on YouTube, like
You'll
we
see
will
our
come up on the
videos.
first page because we
A lot of
stamped
our
it.
videos
We,
went viral.
our videos went viral and stuff.
Yeah.
And we just that's how dance came into play. We just tried to keep the dance up, and then we toured in Trinidad with some of the biggest
artists. Yeah, we
artists.
literally back in dance for like
We back in dance for the biggest
even
soca artists in the
Afrobeat
world,
artists,
Marshall
like, we've been in
Montana.
Wizkid's music videos.
Alameda,
Alameda's
turn up.
music
Yeah,
videos.
listen,
Wizkid
they're all
Azonto.
there.
Wizkid is on that.
Have you
we're
seen
in
the
that.
video?
When I was
Wizkid
looking
is
at you guys'
onto.
Wait, is it the one where there's
Discovery.
very graffiti?
No, dance, you okay,
Jijo?
Jijo?
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
okay,
Jijo.
Jijo.
He has
Where
carnival
the, where the
costumes
girls
in
in the gold and black
Oh.
doing this? And then
Yeah,
we're in the
we've
ones
got
in the
tassels
costume.
and-
When I saw
Yeah.
Dot's Discovery, I was like,
It's like
Yeah,
that. You
not-
guys got it
not
like
playing.
that.
And then
Yeah.
Alameda booked us after that
For
for
Turn
Turn
Up.
Up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are in the
And
industry,
she's in
boy.
Shaka, Say Nada.
Yeah,
you know,
we've been in,
Shaka.
and I've been
That's
in
a
like
banger.
Say
Jennifer,
Nada. boom.
Jennifer
That's a
Hudson's
banger.
music videos.
Yeah.
And so we did mad dance stuff. And
But then we want to be singers, so we calmed down. Like, we could have
Yeah.
gone further with dance.
it was
but I
getting
wanna
them
be,
to a point where people
we're
like
just knowing you for dance.
Yeah.
they would introduce us like we're booked to sing,
And
and they'll
they
be
say,
like,
the
right now we've got
MLM
MLM
dancers,
dancers,
and I've
We'd
come
be
to
like,
sing.
Bruv,
I had to
I've
stop
got a
dancing.
microphone in my
I had
hand.
to stop dancing.
And I'm about to sing, and you told the whole event that you've got a dance group coming on. It was so annoying.
No, they didn't used to say dancers, they used to just say MLM. But we're
was-
Sunshine and a Diva. So
yeah,
it's just like,
it was just
people are now going to expect us to dance,
Yeah.
but we're not dancing.
So we just did a whole circuit of shows with no backing dancers.
On purpose.
Because we had to
just
be
cut
like,
them
no,
out.
we need to remind them that we sing because this is getting a bit long. So we had to literally cut. And then people were like, oh, we missed your dancers. It was so nice when you lot used to dance.
I was like, that's
So
nice. You can
after-
now get used to not seeing it.
Yeah. So after we phased it, like we got people back on the music
So you
wave,
had to,
then
like,
we started
transition.
dancing
Yeah.
again a bit more.
We
yeah.
dance ourselves instead of like
So
always
ba-
having
So you want
dances.
to like establish yourself, or not? Because essentially you're kind of like you've built that your platform, you've established yourself, but obviously to the people,
Yeah.
they had to get to know you. So you kind of transition back into
Yeah.
the music,
Yeah.
and then you incorporated
Yeah.
dance. Tell us
Yeah.
about Slack.
Yes.
My bumper was.
Hey.
Tell me about Slack.
Slack.
The
So,
creative
Okay, you then,
direction,
didn't you?
everything. Yeah. Tell
oh
us, tell
gosh.
us.
So, to be fair, it was gonna be the studio session to make the song was gonna be like one of our first collaboration in music. So Trinity Boy Juicy, who's another UK soca artist, the one I told you who's had a hit, he came to studio, we were vibing, we played a couple rhythms, and that was the one he was like, yeah, that one, innit, for
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
So we went through a couple rhythms, we're like, cool, let's vibe this one. And it just turned out to be a gal tune. Like, it wasn't a tune that he could jump on. He wrote it with us, but it was it turned
It
out
was so
to be
girly.
so
and-
and it wasn't a tune that we collaborated on the writing, but
It was
Yeah,
meant to
it-
be
it
an
was meant
artist
to
to
be
artist
an-
collaboration.
But it just I mean, it didn't flow that way.
It didn't
No,
flow that way, and
no.
it still worked out because Slack, people like it. I like the theme. Like what I've realized from releasing Slack, like when I look at the stats and all the stuff like on YouTube to see who's watching and stuff, the girls like this one the most. Like the girls, it's for the girls. And when Trini Boy was saying to me in studio, yes man, they will like it, I was like, but it's true.
Oh, so you weren't even sure?
I wasn't sure. I was like, I was feeling it out, and I was trying to get into it. He made the first verse. No, he made the chorus. Sat like plasticine, sat like plasticine.
And we were like, sat like plasticine. We were like,
Really?
like, is this gonna be a thing? Then when you start to visualize plasticine, it's colourful.
And our brand
it's
is
stretchy.
colourful.
So you're saying that your whining is like
You got the
stretchy,
baddest wine,
agile,
basically.
you're agile,
Yeah.
and you're
And
it's
every
colourful.
gal, you know, we all want to believe that our wine is bad.
Yeah.
Some is bad.
My wine is.
Girl.
I know about me. So the video.
Yes.
Where did that creative direction come from? Is that something that you visualized when you were?
No, it's a whole mess. Like the video was meant to be a white background video.
No,
and
we
were meant
did
to
want
be.
colours in the white studio.
We wanted
were gonna change
coloured
colours.
lights,
Yeah.
but it was just going to be
Is
a
that where the
studio.
pinky comes?
Yeah, that's the kind of vibe that the whole video was going to be on. But then the studio we booked when we got there on the day of the shoot, it wasn't it, sis.
Really?
It was like
But
catfish.
did you not like- Oh,
It was like the
it was
pictures
like the
were like
pictures were, like,
mwah,
nice.
pristine.
And then when you get there, it was like dusty.
that's why. Yeah, I've been in a situation like that before. I've tried to book for like a marketing campaign, and it's not it. So I always have to like
Go
Is
there.
it? You have to
and
yeah,
find
but
out
we
first
We've
time.
learned that
definitely
lesson,
learned that.
100%.
So yeah, we had to. Our friend had a hair salon, like literally, like 2 minutes away.
He was
from,
doing our hair actually,
Okay.
and the studio was literally
2 minutes
from
his
the
hair
salon. So he said, "Let me do glam. Let's do makeup and everything at the salon." And once I'm sitting there, we're sitting there thinking like, "There's nowhere on earth we can stay in this studio.
There's
It's
no
so
way we're
ugly.
going back
It's butters.
to the
It's
other
dirty.
studio."
I can't put my stuff down. I can't do my video hair
Really that
comfortably."
bad?
Yeah.
Where was it? What area was
In
it?
I don't want to
Leighton.
bait them up, but it was in Leighton. Anyway,
But we're not baiting out the studio, but the studio was in Leighton, and we didn't like it.
I think
So yeah, so
We
we're
have
at
to
the
say less.
we're at the hair salon now, getting our glam done, getting makeup done,
and we're just
she
like,
having a
I was
conversation.
obviously like thinking about how to like what to do now because everyone's now coming to the salon like it's the
all
set.
the dancers are
And I'm like,
coming.
oh my god, what we're gonna do? We need to look for another. So I think I did actually Google like some other
So all this
studios
happened
and
on the
stuff.
day?
Yeah, on the day. I Googled some other studios and yeah, it was just long. And I was just saying, oh my god, what are we gonna do? And then my friend who's selling it was like, you could do it here, you know. I could just move, and then he started thinking about it, like I could move stuff to the side. I was like, are you serious, really? And then I started thinking in my head, it could be like a Bills vibe,
Destiny's
like
Child,
salon.
Bills hair salon.
So I was like, do you know what? It could actually work. Let's just do it
So
here.
we just changed.
So we just changed the whole concept
on the day.
Wow.
Changed all the shots. Like decided like right, cool. We're gonna have that little area where the dancers dance. We can have the lighting over there. Then we do a whole like hair salon vibe.
You
And
see the
it
way
turned
God
out-
really places people in your life
It's
for
mad.
a reason.
It's
Because
mad.
imagine
He
if
does.
that's imagine if it wasn't.
There would have been nowhere else.
And it was literally too, like, you know when people were like, oh, I'm at
All
the
the
studio,
dancers
you know, people
went to the
accidentally
stu-
went to the first location.
It was 2
We'd be
minute
like,
walk.
oh, don't worry, you're just literally
2 minute
we're around the
walks.
corner.
Can you imagine?
So you didn't even have to inconvenience people that much. It was crazy.
Wow.
And
It was
then
God. That
when-
was God.
Yeah,
right
that
there.
was
We
God.
on the day is always saying it's God.
I don't
Imagine, yeah,
understand.
I
Absolutely,
feel
man.
that.
And then
mad.
after we saw the edit of the video, we were like, this still ain't it though.
No,
Yeah.
even after the edit.
It weren't
As in,
it.
they actually did the whole edit and you still weren't
We
feeling
saw
it.
the video. We sent it to like some trusted people. They were like, it's alright, but it's not better than your one. It was not better than your last.
Our last video was shot in Bali, like on a beach, and like
and we shot
it
it
was
on our
amazing.
yeah, and
it
we
was-
shot it on our phone by ourselves. And these are telling us that the big video that we hired videographer for, stylist, hairdresser,
Was not
makeup
hitting it.
artist.
Weren't it?
They're saying it's not better than when I did my own makeup and my own
on
like
your phone.
yeah on my phone. Do you
Yeah.
know how heartbreaking that is? So we were
crazy.
like, but then we spoke to a videographer. She's like, no, trust me, it's good. Yeah, you just need more wide
wide
shots.
shots because
So
the
just-
salon was a bit narrow, so
Yeah.
we couldn't get some of the wide shots. So we had to go again.
Yeah, we
That's
booked a white
crazy.
studio, a nice one, pristine, levels,
Gorgeous.
gorgeous, and then we
It's
got
in Tottenham
all-
actually.
Yeah, round the
Look at
corner.
God.
But and then we literally got the wide shots, and then when you merge that with the initial,
It just
shoot,
makes it makes
it
the video.
just came.
It
Everyone
makes
was
the
like,
video.
right now, this
They're
is
like,
it.
It just melted.
Yeah.
Melted
Everything
Yeah.
just
Amazing.
cook and curry.
It was a
Literally.
journey. It was a journey. It was like plasticine, you know, you just
You have
stretch
to
it
bend.
and stretch
But
it like it
came
was a
out
long
smooth,
journey.
like
Yeah.
cornmeal porridge, like
You-
just
Girl.
You know about them things
Yeah,
there.
she know about
Girl.
cornmeal. Jamaican cheese, you know.
Right, do you know, it's crazy
Yeah.
because you telling us this story of how everything came together. I didn't watch the video and think that you would have
You
gone
would
through
never
all of this
know.
hassle.
Oh, it was a madness.
You would never know.
It
That's
was a madness.
crazy.
It was a mad. But shout out to our team. They kept us sane.
Yes.
They were like, just go do the extra shots.
Yeah.
Some of our team came
Cindy,
down. Literally,
Annie,
and
Tiffany,
like we wouldn't have been
James.
able to do it. Venna, the
Venna.
whole crew, like
It's just mad.
Shamara, who helped us to like
Shamara helped
see
us
the
navigate
extra
that.
vision.
Yo, so many people involved to navigate this, and then the people who told us not to release it like
Yeah,
that. Kamaya, Tandy. Yo, there's so many people that
God
we
was really
speak
looking
to.
out for you.
Yeah.
Because anybody could have easily like tried to put evil eye or told you to do something that wasn't really the best kind of quality.
We
of
were at a
work.
point where we were like, should we just release it?
I was
Because
I
it's
was
gonna
gonna.
cost
I was
more
finished.
money.
I was
What stopped
done.
you?
Oh,
Was it
someone
getting
said-
feedback.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was the
someone's
feedback.
feedback, like the worst feedback. Like our girls were trying to be like nice about it, but then someone else who's
Was
in
straight
the
up
industry,
friction.
was like
who we value
value
their
their
opinion.
opinion.
They said if it was my project, I'll just pull it. I'll pull it. I wouldn't even release it. We were like, okay.
That's why you need the right people around you who are gonna tell you the
They-
nitty gritty.
They blatantly
As if it's
said they wouldn't even
people
release
who would really support your work as if it's their own, because
Yeah.
not many people would do that. People would say, "Oh, do you know what? It's yeah, you can still work, you can still put it out." But if it's me, it's like no, because I would. How am I going to tell you to put out work that I wouldn't put out myself?
They
Yeah.
literally said if you were my artist, I would.
That
I would
project
pull
wouldn't
the
come
plug.
out
It wouldn't
like
come
that.
out. That's when it really, the stab really
It
went
hurt,
into
man.
the heart.
I literally ordered the camera myself. I went through a madness. I ordered the camera. I didn't have no one to hold the camera.
Yeah, we didn't have a videographer.
The videographer wasn't available.
The videographer weren't available. We needed to reshoot, so we said we said me and her were gonna do it ourselves. It was a
shoot each
camera
other.
we never shot with before. It was
Wait.
like some special 6K.
I went and I hired the lights
6K
again.
Black Magic, all of this.
I hired
we
the
had
lights again.
We had the camera. We're kind of
Everything.
crazy.
We literally
Especially
done the whole
when we're-
budget again.
We did it all again. We had the camera, we had the lights, but we couldn't afford to hire the people, so we just said we do it ourselves. We had the studio.
The budget was getting outrageous. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It
You're a
was-
soca artist in the UK. Are you going to get your return on investment? You need to.
Yeah,
You
you
can't
have to
just be
weigh this
splashing
up.
out like you're crazy.
So we did it. We just said we're gonna do it ourselves. Luckily, we had a photo shoot that day, for a project that we're gonna be releasing later on this year. And then the photographer and shout out Cindy, like Cindy was like, "I'll come with you to the other location just in case you need some assistance."
Ugh, little did
the
she know.
photographer who on the photo shoot was like, "Oh, I'll just come," and they became the video.
They all came and they
all
were the
came,
team that
and they
filmed
were
us.
literally-
And we got to say, you know, the shots
That's
in the pink.
love.
Yeah.
The only reason we
Yeah,
had
yeah.
shots together is because they came down.
Like
with
they
us.
came, like literally. We
There
were
would have
like,
been no one there.
after the shoot, after the day, when we got home, we're like,
were
we're
like, this
actually
is-
sick
we're
in our
crazy.
heads.
We're
How
crazy
was we gonna
people.
shoot that by ourselves?
We're crazy.
We didn't have a stand for the camera,
Nothing.
You
nothing.
didn't even.
Nothing.
And we only had like, we booked the studio for the most minimal hours because like the budget we couldn't do
You
all
didn't wanna
day.
extend it,
We did
yeah.
like 3-4 hours. That was it. We had 3-4 hours and like
And we had 5 outfit changes,
changes,
2-3 wigs.
3 wig changes. It was
Child.
great. I don't know how we were gonna do
That's
it.
a test.
How was
I
it,
know.
Cindy?
How was it? God, like honestly, God has got our back
Wow.
because we are crazy. I don't
Yeah.
even know how
He
we
has
would
our
have done
back the
that.
whole time. But he's
Wow.
put things in place that we've been wanting for the
Yeah,
last
the
10 years.
photographer.
God
we
comes
didn't know
through,
her.
you know.
We
but you
didn't know
don't
the photographer
when.
from the shoot, but she liked our vibe and she was like, I'll come and just like see what you are doing, see what we're doing.
See,
doing
you're
it."
the photographer, you're the videographer.
God really,
Yeah.
because you know why? Because you're using the talent that he gave you to do what you need to do. Like,
Yeah.
it's clearly it's part of your purpose, and you're using it, and you're making the best of it, and you're doing what you love, and I guess in a sense it's kind of honoring him, and so like he made shit fall
Right.
in place.
100%.
That's
And it was
agree.
just like even more of a testament of sisterhood. All the people that like that it was a female
female.
videographer. The photographer has never done videography. She
No,
was like,
that
I'm
was her
kind of
first music
interested in
video.
it as well. Like I wouldn't mind filming stuff.
So you guys
But
even
she's
helped
legit-
each other.
Yeah, we were able to help her kickstart her
What a
videography
win-win
career. She's in the
situation.
credits now.
We tag her
See-
at her videographer. I put the boy, original boy, and add her name.
Yeah,
Right.
and then Cindy
Wow.
obviously was helping with shots and stuff as well. Like it was mad. And then we had Mo helping us like and assisting us with getting changed, sorting out our outfits. It just turned out to be Girl
It was
power,
just
phenomenal.
girls just
Sisterhood,
helping each
we
other.
didn't know each other and we
And we
just
all
helped each
helped.
other out, and it was
Love that.
beautiful.
Wow.
It was
Like,
amazing.
literally.
Wow. That's incredible. Wow. Thank you guys so much for
That's beautiful, man.
sharing your story.
Don't cry. He's like, that's beautiful, man.
That's beautiful.
Hey,
That's
Lima.
crazy.
Hey, girl.
Oh my god. Thank you guys so
Yeah.
much for joining us. This has been sick. You're
Insightful.
meant to be here for like an hour, isn't it?
We can chat, boy.
We can.
Definitely been
You
more
know
than
when you're
an
passionate
hour,
about
but
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we would just
man.
go on and on and on.
And you two are vibes, man.
You
like,
guys are good
Thank
love
you.
this show.
Thank
Yeah.
Keep
Thank
doing it.
you.
Yeah.
Always.
Keep riding. Keep supporting soca music.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
are we your first soca guest? Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, you're
Amazing. What
Boy,
you
yeah,
we
yeah,
only
yeah.
we only
Yeah.
about here making history.
You know,
Okay.
casually.
Love
So are
that.
y'all because
You know.
we're the
I know
first
that's
artists,
right.
first
Yeah.
soca artists
Well,
on
thank
your
you so
show.
much for joining us. This has been lit hearing about you guys. Plug yourself, your socials.
We
Tell
are the
us.
SunDivas.
Divas.
You can find us on Instagram at SunDivas, Facebook at SunDivas, YouTube at SunDivas,
Twitter, the
the
SunDivas.
SunDivas, and yeah, like everything.
SunDivas everywhere.
TikTok,
We're on TikTok,
SunDivas.
SunDivas.
Oh yeah, and Slack is about to be on TikTok. Maybe
In a few days.
in a few days, and we're gonna start the Slack challenge. So y'all, ladies,
Jump on it,
Okay.
Jump on it,
ladies.
get the
Your
bumper ready.
I'm
bumper.
ready.
We're so lovely.
I'm
We're
ready.
waiting for your
Do
video.
you know what? It's
You
not
get
even
me
me,
like,
my little sister.
what
Is
The
it?
bumper,
Get her onto
Yeah,
The way,
yeah.
listen, I'm not gonna like the way she can really.
she can really do up
she
down
she
up
teaches
down.
me. Yeah, she
Round,
really
down,
the
round.
TikTok as well. She really teaches. Yeah, she
Sick.
teaches me.
Sick.
amazing.
Well, we're gonna be
I'm
waiting
gonna
for your
join in the
video.
challenges.
Of
Right.
course.
One,
Yeah.
it's
Of
for
course.
guys.
I tell you how it would be sick if you join. You know when they do the split screen, so it's like the girls whining and
And
then the
you
guys
want-
pretending he's
right.
whining.
Come
That's
on.
how the men we want these to
Come
get into
on.
the
Yeah.
Slack challenge like that. Yeah.
Slack
Yeah.
challenge is coming, and you can stream all our music on Spotify. Because in the
Apple
stats it
Music.
says that everyone loves to stream our music on Spotify. So go Spotify that.
Yeah.
You heard it first.
You've heard it
Yeah,
first.
iTunes.
On Instagram.
Twitter, TikTok,
Everything.
YouTube,
Everything.
Everything.
Okay. We're gonna give you guys a little preview of Slack.
Yay.
Make sure you stream it. And yeah, we'll be back in a couple of weeks.
So you should tune in,
Yeah,
okay,
tune
to
into
the
the
next
show.
episode. Okay.
Support the team.
Yeah.
Party.
GFM, big up.
We out, baby.
Yeah, my waistline.
My bumper. Really?
Let's show them all.
You were good. Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. This is our first YouTube live interview, right? Yeah, we're gonna try and use our YouTube more. So thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate you.
Our beautiful hosts are over here.
These are our hosts, guys. Say hi.
Hey, what you say? What you say? We good. See you guys.
Independent, we not need it, but me I can take it still. Grateful for my natural ability, watch how my bumper working for me. Some don't have it, so they hate it dead ways. They quick to debate. Huh, me no business with them, car, me bills them don't pay. Guys, I wanna know who's watching. I know Lima's here. Who else is here? The wayside kid.
I'll drink it still.
Like pasta seeds, like pasta seeds, like pasta seeds. My waistline.
I'm drinking it in a while.
I hope you enjoyed it. Guys, I'm really hungry. If you don't know anything about me, and if you watch our YouTube channel, you know I love my food and I'm very hungry. You can't do the banda. Oh, you see what I've been through. I went to the dance, normal. Oh, why for running through? Questioning how I get the Benz, get the house, get the beat, get the land. I don't even want the man. Take the man, cause my mom pass. I like pasta seeds, I like pasta seeds, I like pasta seeds. Lima, you already know. Oh my god. So hungry. Can't wait to get home. And it's a wrap. Yay. Thanks, team.
Thank you, guys.
Behind the scenes. Quab.
2021.
Yeah, we're about to take some pictures, guys. And yeah, like, have a good night.
Thanks for tuning in. We hope you.
Oh, sorry, Sammy.
It's alright. We hope you enjoyed the interview. Go stream Slack. Go watch the video again. Go share it. Like, comment under the video if you haven't.
And all of that good stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna go because I'm hungry, and then I'm gonna take some pictures, get out of here, get some food. Love you guys so much. Bye. Stream Slack.